Hello and welcome back to Roshidere episode 12 final episode review. The final episode of Roshidere has finally arrived. I was surprised that the opening started without an intro and it started with a scene of Alya and the others practicing for the closing ceremony. Although she has already given a speech in the student council once, Alya seems quite nervous at the closing ceremony, which will see a larger gathering of students. What I think is impressive about Alya is that she honestly admits the things she's not good at and asks Masaka for advice. I think it's pretty amazing that she can do this despite being a genius who is ranked first in her grade. Yuki then suddenly comes to provoke Alya and the others, but Alya was able to deal with her provocations quite skillfully, completely throwing Yuki off her pace. It's true that Masaka was attracted to Alya, but Alya's straightforwardness must have been refreshing and dazzling Yuki as well. On the other hand, the exchange between Masaka and Yuki, both of them look even worse than they did in episode 11, and Masaka in particular goes beyond bad and reached the level of a dangerous phase. In the midst of the tension that was unimaginable from their previous relationship, the sense of relief when the student council members entered with their usual atmosphere was amazing. I was especially soothed by Masha's soft voice. Yuki analyzed Masaka's provocation as a strategy to make Yuki more cautious than necessary and make him choose to go second, so she chose to go first. But it seems like Masaka has already predicted that Yuki would notice and set a trap for him. In fact, Masaka also seems to be initially aiming for a draw, so Yuki's analysis was probably correct. However, one thing Yuki failed to make into account was Alya's presence. While Yuki had a deep understanding of Masaka, her actual opponent had a little understanding of Alya, which seems may have been Yuki's mistake. Yuki's speech at the closing ceremony is unconventional and could what be described as standard. What's interesting is that she shows overwhelming confidence that she is different from the previous student council members, giving off the vibe of a reliable leader who is almost as if saying, "Follow me." On the other hand, it was good that Alya made good use of Masaka's advice, but this time she delivered her speech in her own words until the end. During the student council meeting, I was completely moved by Masaka's support, so I was overjoyed to finally see Alya's cool scene. Her long speech in Russian was also impressive, as expected from Masaka, and it was clear that no one else could play Alya except her. Due to this unexpected development, the atmosphere of the venue was about to lead towards Yuki changed completely in an instant. Having managed to capture the audience for attention, Alya then spoke hotly about what she had learned from her past experience and her sincere reasons for becoming student council president. Her words are filled with the realization that she has gained through her experience and interactions with the people around her, and many viewers must been impressed by the appearance of Alya, who acquired the ability to express her awareness in her own words. After that, Masaka's speech was touched by his friend Maruyama with the comment, "Bro, that joke bombed hard." Without that, it might have ended up just another slip-up. Taniyama and Nonoa joined Alya's student council team, a shonen manga-style surprise where they become friends after a fight, and it completely captured the mood of the moment. Tama in particular will be even more surprising for those who know that she fought against Masaka and Yuki in an election in middle school days. His humanity, which allows him to turn those he fight into friends, is one of Alya's charms that neither Masaka or Yuki possesses. My personal favorite was the scene where Yuki sulks after Ayano calls her out on her strong character move of admitting defeat, and she says, "I wasn't trying." It was a rare scene where Yuki, who was always relaxed throughout, is strong of balance and showed her cute side. The final exchange between Masaka and Alya was so lovey-dovey that it was almost embarrassing to watch. Masaka calls Alya by her first name, but Alya has always called him by his last name. In reality, he just wants to hang out together, but when he invites her on the pretext of the student council elections, I began to suspect that Masaka, not Alya, is actually the tsundere type who can't be honest with his feelings. This was especially true in the final episode, but the characters' expressions in the anime version are really amazing. in particular with Masaka and Yuki's evil faces, which I've mentioned several times. But the change in Alya's expressions at the end from face forward to gladly was a scene that, along with the acting of the cast, is packed with the good parts of the romantic comedy that can only be portrayed in anime. And what makes me the happiest is the surprise announcement of the second season. There are still many unresolved issues, such as the relationship between Masaka and his mother, Yumi, which was hinted at the end, and the story of Masha's love interest. So if it ended like this, I would have been left feeling a bit unsatisfied. In the second season, the lovey-dovey relationship between Alya and Masaka is still intensifying, while we can also look forward to the further exploration of the heroines such as Yuki, Masha, Hayano, and the others. I'm looking forward to seeing more in the future. And that wraps up the entire series of my review of Roshidere anime. If you have any questions, feel free to comment it down below. See you next video. Until then, this is Takeshi. Goodbye.